All right, Ben Hall here, Backstage with Ben Hall. I'm standing with Bovi at Big Valley Wrestlers Classic Cadence IV. How are you doing, man?
I am excited. I'm very excited because I've had enough energy drinks that I'm not tired anymore.
You got one in your hand and one on the ground there already.
Yeah. And I have one for breakfast earlier. That's one of those days.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm doing good. It's good to see you. You've been coming out to Las Vegas a lot more. We're seeing a lot more of you out here. How's it feel coming out here to wrestle?
It's great now because I moved out here in March.
Oh, did you? I didn't.
Yeah, I moved out here, and because making the drive out here all the time was a lot of. I was on the road all the time.
Yeah.
And so, like, I love SoCal, but I kind of like it out there too. And it's more affordable. So now I can just go home after a show. I don't have to drive 3 or 4 hours after a show.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I've loved it ever since I moved
But
out.
are you still driving out there for shows?
I am still driving out there for shows.
Yeah.
But, like, I have family out there, so I crash out there before I come back. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, good.
Backstage with Ben Hall. You never know what's going to happen.
That's cool.
But, yeah, I still remember when we were out in LA at GCW and we ran into each other randomly. That was fun times.
Yeah, California is huge, but the wrestling world is small. Like, that's how it goes.
So we're here at BVW. I know you've done some stuff with Pride Style. Have you been doing stuff with like Grab House or FSW or any of the other promotions yet?
Honestly, not really. No. My big three out here have been I've done BVW like once or twice, Versus and Pride Style.
Yeah.
But then, like, because I'm from California, I was just doing all this stuff out there. Now that I'm out here, I want to see how many people I can work with, how many good, fun things I can do, and just go from there. But I look forward to seeing who wants to participate, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Cool. You just recently got married a few months back, right?
Yes.
How's that going, being a married man and as a professional wrestler?
Honestly, I don't know what the fuck anyone was complaining about. I'm annoyed right now. My wife's not here because she's dealing with some family stuff, so she couldn't come out to the show. I love when my wife's here.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I hate when you're like, I hate having to deal with people at shows. I hear it all the time. I hate having to deal with people. I gotta focus. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I love when I get to hang out with my wife on a show. I do like a stupid thing, like I do a dive, or I take a bad bump. I can just look over at her and be like, "You're driving home." Like, I love that. I don't know. People are just crazy. I wish I could bring my cats to shows. Marrying her was the smartest thing I ever did. Our wedding was amazing. I had a wrestling match during the wedding.
Nice.
It was like a 14-person battle royal. And yeah, it's been awesome. And now she comes out to the ring with me by the name of Mrs. Bovi.
Nice.
And so I love it. Every time I hear the announcer say, being accompanied by Mrs. Bovi, it's Bovi. Not only do I get to laugh, but also it makes me happy.
That's good. That's what we go for. That's really good, and I'm really happy for you, man. You're one of my favorite people. I don't know if you know that, but I think I've told you before.
Thank you. No.
I really tried to have you on my show last year, but something else came up. I know you're a deathmatch guy, and you had to take it, and that's fine.
What happened was we had there's a memorial service in the morning in California, and by the time I would have made it to the first show, I would have been about 4 hours after call time, so like 20 minutes for the match.
Yeah.
And then I had another show across town. I was like, I can't do both like that. And yeah, so I couldn't make it. It was one of the weirdest things. That's the first time I ever had to call off of a show, like, ever.
You were going to win the Battle Royal, and I'm just saying, you could have been.
Everyone always says that. They always say that. They always say, I was going to book you this weekend, but so you took that other place, so I was going to put the belt on you.
I was going to do it. You know, you're going to put Cal Jack right over.
I'm sure I was. I'm sure I was going to throw Cal Jack over the top rope. I'm sure that's what was going to happen. Nah, if there's ever another opportunity, you know, I'll come get my ass kicked that day.
You'll be one of the first people that I call to throw Cal Jack over when I do another show.
Yeah. But, wrestling's just weird like that, you know.
Yeah. Hey, another one showing up on this Backstage with Ben Hall episode that we're recording live. Yeah, and
no, that was a dope cameo.
Yeah,
I loved it. It's like,
this is the best. Like everyone,
this is better. I like that you just walked in.
Robbie came in during whenever I was shooting, I think, with class last week, and he's all like, you know, hey, you said happy birthday, I didn't hear you. I'm like, yeah, it's Robbie Litt's birthday, everybody. You know, but you know, that's what the show is. It's just Backstage, man, and you know, I like to think about. I don't like whenever I talk to people, you know, either let's do in character stuff or whatever in character, and I don't like doing the, you know, how did you get into wrestling? I like doing this where we just kind of banter for a moment and talk, and you know, so people get to know you, you know, because you know, the fans don't really get a chance to look, you know, on the inside that much, but it seems like our music's playing. It is getting closer to showtime. I'm going to let you get to your stuff. I know you got your stuff. I appreciate you, man.
Of course. Hey, listen, it was great.
Yeah.
Let's hug on camera so we'll know we're friends.
Definitely. And I'll make sure that we'll get a real sit-down interview sometime soon.
Wow, I'm game for that.
Awesome. Now that I know you're here. Jeez.
Yeah, I live here now.
Great.
That's why I just dress normal right now.
Yeah. Bovi.
There you go. I work here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.